No, please, Your Lordship, I'm still on record for the applicant.
Mr. God pleases, my lord, I still appear for the respondent, assisted by Mr. Marondeza.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you. Mr. Ipinge, you may proceed.
Thank you. Let us move on to your ground with regards to Fishco. And I believe that the documents that you came to present with regards to Fishco are in your divider 4 of the file.
Oh yeah, I'm there.
So, the testimony that you gave in this court is exactly that you are not a government employee. You have nothing to do with Fishco because these were things done by the government employees who had access to amending the law. Is that correct?
That's correct, madam.
The basis further of your defense against Fishco is that you were not part of Fishco.
That's correct, my lord.
You are not the chairperson of Fishco. You are not part of the board.
That's correct, my lord.
You are not the CEO as well.
That's correct, my lord.
This defense has been the same from your first bail application in the magistrate's court.
That's correct, my lord.
After bail was denied, you took this defense on appeal, and this appeal was also unsuccessful.
From the magistrate, yes.
Yes.
That's correct, my lord.
You repeated the same defense again during the second bail application on new facts before this honorable court.
That's correct.
And again, the bail was unsuccessful.
That's correct, my lord.
So in this bail application, you are repeating it for the 4th time. It does not change.
That's correct. I only provided evidence to prove that payments, loan payments from James indicated reflect as in the description as James Hatuikulipi. And I also brought evidence to show that money that I borrowed from James, I paid it back, which I did not provide in the previous, all those bail applications that you mentioned there.
Going to the loans. Also from the beginning, from your first bail application, you say the money that you had received, you had testified that, and you put it in your affidavit, that the money that you had received from Fishco were mere loans from James.
That's correct. And you gave a confirmatory affidavit on that, my lord.
Yes. The second bail application, you also again said that these were loans from James, whether it's now from Wanakadu Investments,
That's correct, my lord.
whether it's now from Salax, whether it's now from DHC.
But not Wanakadu. I did not mention Wanakadu. Silax and DHC.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, just.
Wanakadu is.
I did not mention Wanakadu, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
No, Wanakadu is for Loki.
Oh,
You remember we dealt with Loki.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
But
it
was
came
not,
from Jago and Wanakadu.
Oh, okay. You mean,
Yes.
but not. I did not say there are loans. Wanakadu gave loans or whatever. I did not say that. Okay.
Yes. But for Jago
Yes.
Investments.
Correct.
How many loans are we talking about?
Yes.
It's talking about the one that is on my affidavit is only DHC and Silax. So it's now bringing in low key and which is not in my affidavit, my lord, because we are dealing up with my affidavit. Yes.
Okay.
In your second bail application, you also say all the monies that you have received from either DHC, Salax, or from Loki through Wanakadu and Jaco, those were only loans from James?
No. I did
What
not,
is your
no, I
stance
did
on
not testify that.
Okay.
We did not deal with Wanakadu.
Okay.
Yeah, Wanakadu, when the owners were, I said the owners were of Wanakadu, they had their bail application in this High Court and they've explained. Like Jaco, he said the money that was paid, that he paid to James, to JTH, it was, he was supposed to pay James back. Then James referred him that he must pay Tamson back because he owned Tamson money. He said he must pay back the money to Tamson.
Okay.
Yeah, to JTH Trading.
So it was a repayment of the loan.
Correct, that's what now.
I know this issue was canvassed, the issue of the loans, but it will help if we break it down once again. The loans you received were paid from who or which entity?
The one that I received,
From Mr. Hatuikulipi, James.
THC and CLAX, my lord.
Okay. How much was from DHC?
Lord, I cannot remember now all
Okay,
the
that's
figures, my
fine.
lord. Yes, my
You
lord.
cannot recall the amounts.
Yes, and then there was also a payment from Jaco that was paid to my company, JTH Trading.
Was that a loan?
No, I'm trying to explain that now. Because when Jaco was asked, why did you pay JTH? He said he was supposed to pay James back his loan. Then James told him that you must pay to Tamson. So it was a loan repaid back, my lord. It's money that he owed me, and the guy that he borrowed money was about to pay him back now. Then he said, you must just pay my money to Tamson because I owe him money, my lord.
And that was Jaco.
Jaco investment, my lord.
You may proceed, Mr. Ipinge.
Yes. So far, in these documents that you have referred the court to about the loans, you have only explained the 2 million loan
That's correct.
that came in
February.
in February, and then you paid Strauss Group 1.9 million
That's correct.
in March.
That's correct.
Previously, in your former bail application, I was taking you to the audit report in regards to these loans.
That's correct.
At page 610 of the record, you made a decision and said you will not answer to any questions
That's correct.
in relations
The Deloitte.
to the Deloitte report in regards to the money that you have received from DHC and CELAX.
No, I say I'll not make any comment to the report because I cannot. Deloitte did not contacted me to interview me about the report. They just made their decision. I've only said I cannot confirm or deny the accuracy of the content of the report because Deloitte never asked me or interviewed me. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, and from that Deloitte report, at page 1, it's also contained in the Namgoma bundle at page 182. It shows that you have received from DHC and CELAX combined on your account for JTH alone. You have received around 11,770,000 Namibian dollars, correct?
Yes. 11. Okay. Yeah. Correct.
In Erongo, you have
Sorry,
received,
sorry, Mr. Ipinge.
yes,
Just repeat that again.
from the report, the Deloitte report,
Yes.
the amount of money that you have received from DHC and CELAX alone, which is money that you do not dispute is for governmental objectives.
No, I don't know from where it's coming from. That's what I said. I have no knowledge where it's coming from.
Okay.
Yeah.
For JTH alone, on your company JTH, you received 11,770,000 Namibian dollars. Erongo clearing and forwarding, you received 4 million Namibian dollars.
That's correct.
Combined is about 15,770,000.
Correct.
And so far, the documents that you have brought only deals with the 2 million that came in February, and the return thereof of 1.9 apparently paid to Strauss Group.
Not 1.9.
Yes.
No, 1.9 I paid it back. It's a loan, the 2 million that I paid back. The loan 2 million that I borrowed from James.
Oh, you paid
So the
Strauss?
1.9, no. The 2 million I paid Strauss.
Yes.
So when I got my money, I paid now James back his money. Yeah.
So the whole 13 million 770,000. You have brought no document in your bundle to explain how these loans were paid back and how these loans were given. You have not provided any document. I'm just talking about the documents you have now provided in your bundle divider 4.
I provide the other one, the 3 million that reflects as James. Do you remember that?
If there's a document, can you take us to that document?
Document 93.
Is it document 93?
Yes, 93, my lord. Page. Oh, sorry. Can you see that? It's type here. Page 204. From down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, say 11 August. You see that? From the bottom.
11th of August.
Yes.
Here, the reason you provided this document, according to the evidence in chief, was to say that when this money came in, sometimes it reflected as James,
That's correct. Some of the money.
some of the money.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah. And some of the
That
money
was your
reflect
testimony.
as DHC and CLAX.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
You have not provided further documents showing that this was indeed a loan, showing how you repaid these loans back. You have not provided those documents in this bundle.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. James confirmed in the confirmatory affidavit.
And if we look at, we've already explained to you how the issue of Wanakadu came in.
That's correct.
And the amounts that, or government objective funds, which were received either via Wanakadu investments or Jago investments, according to page 212, was in a total of, to JTH, 5 million and 48,000. To Erongo, 2.3 million and 52,000.
Irongo, how much?
Erongo, 5 million and 48,000.
Is that not JT Trading?
Oh, yes, that's JT.
Yes.
Sorry, my lord. Erongo is 2,352,000.
those amounts are different from the 15 million you.
Yes.
Okay.
So from government objective quotas, if you add this 7 million plus the 15 million, comes to around 22 million that you benefited from fiscal funds.
22. No, I did not benefit from fiscal.
But money that came to your accounts amounted to about 22 million.
Yeah, I never got any money from fiscal, just for correction.
Sir, it has not been disputed.
Oh, okay.
You have not disputed that this money was supposed to go for government or objective quotas to fiscal. It was diverted. You had no comments to that.
I said I will not know.
You will not know.
Yes.
So it was not disputed.
Yeah.
So 22 million. Those are monies that came into your account that were meant for government objective funds from the government objective quotas. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what your allegations say. I cannot confirm that. That's the
Allegations.
allegations. Yes.
Okay. And with regards to Njako, you have provided the record of Shudifonya's bail application is document number 96.
90. 96. That's 96.
Under divider 4.
I'm just checking on the 94, 5. Okay, yeah.
Yes. That bail application was done
2021.
November 2021.
That's correct.
This was even before your second bail application on your facts.
That's correct.
You did not provide that document,
I never had it that time. Yes, I only got it.
but that bail application was already completed by the time you did your second bail application.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, when you received these funds from Jago Investments, did you inquire from Jago or from Shudifonya as to why he was paying this money to you?
No, James informed me.
James had already
Yeah,
informed.
but I'm paying part of your loans. It will come from a certain company. And you just mentioned the guy. But yeah,
So by the time you did these bail applications, this information was already with you, was available to you, you knew of this
I
information?
know it was not available. I didn't not have. I only got it like last year.
No, I'm not talking about the document.
Oh, okay.
What James had told you
Oh,
was
okay.
already
Oh.
available.
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you present that evidence before?
It's most part of the. No. That the money from Jago.
Yes.
No, I did not.
But it's knowledge that you had and you concealed it from the court when you came for even your second bail application, when you testified.
Second bail application. When you asked me, I said the owners of Jago also did their bail application, and they've explained to that matter. That was my answer. Saying Jago and what is the other company? Wanakadu. They made it clear to the court. Why did they pay me then?
So
Jaco said it was the loan repayment, then Wanakadu says it was for the trucks that he hired from me and the fish that he was buying and other services.
my point is, it is then not a new fact that is being first heard by this court.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
It's not a new fact.
Yes.
Okay. And then, now, so these loan agreements, the money that was paid to you and your explanation that it was loans that you were getting from James, it's not new. Have you brought anything else before this court in this bail application to discredit the testimony of Mr. Kanyangela on how you are linked to the Fishco matter? And the documents that we had presented before this court as Exhibit E, Bundle E. Did you bring anything else apart from a regurgitation and a repeat of loans and no involvement as a government employee.
Yes, I did. Oh, do you mean this court or from the magistrate?
No, here today,
No.
Nothing.
I only brought the statement.
only the state.
Yes, that indicates that I paid the loan back to Mr. James, the one that I borrowed from him.
Only 2 million.
The 2 million and the other, yes, but that's all what I borrowed from him.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's still your stance, obviously, that you will not answer to any questions related to the Deloitte report.
Yes.
That has been your stance.
It's
from
still
the
my
beginning.
position because in that Deloitte, I was still going through that report, my lord.
Yeah.
And if you look at page...
No.
Oh, okay.
That has been your stance. I'm not asking you to explain.
Oh, okay.
Your
My
reasons.
reason why. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of things that are not right in that Deloitte, my lord. Yes, when I was going through it again. So I cannot answer to that.
Okay. Then. Cross-examination.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Samherji.
Well, please, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, we have no re-examination in light of the fact that applicant's testimony was very clear. Even attempts to shake him in cross-examination proved futile. So, in that regard, Your Lordship, we have no re-examination.
Thank you, Mr. Samherji.
My lord, on the way forward. Oh.
My learned colleague is getting ahead of himself. We have not even pronounced ourselves on, because it's still applicant's case.
I have few aspects to inquire from the applicant.
Indeed so, and that is why you're saying my learned colleague was getting ahead of himself. Okay. May it please the court.
Did the Directorate of Legal Aid inform you as to the reason why they declined your application?
No, they just sent that the message to my wife's phone that the application is declined.
Do you know the reasons?
I cannot, what? I did not reach the, I don't qualify. What do they call it? The mean test?
There were emails that were read out in court that has to do with the Namgoma part of the case, which were copied to you. Okay. Several of the emails where you said you do not know why you were copied in those emails.
No, I say simply because I was doing work for Samherji. That's the reason. Maybe that's why those people copied me into those emails, my lord. And I just only took note, my lord.
So you assume that because you were doing work for Samherji, then they copied you.
That's correct, my lord.
Is there any document in these bundles, because there were quite a lot, or any explanation by any of your co-accused? Because I've observed in these proceedings you were making reference to what your co-accused would have said in their bail applications about
That's correct, my lord.
their colleagues
Yes, I have
or their co-accused.
I have the record of Mr. Gustavo.
Now, is there an explanation why you were copied those emails from the individuals that copied you in the emails?
Yes, I can refer you to Mr. Gustavo's bail record, my
Did
lord.
you place that on record in these proceedings?
That,
Did you give that evidence to say so and so
yes,
person
Mr. Gustavo said that.
explained before the court that he copied me this particular email for the reasons 1, 2, and 3?
There was a question from Mr. Lutumbeze.
Yes.
Then he asked, you said you were not in discussion with some of your co-accused.
Yes.
Then he said, yes, James was dealing with Namgoma Limited, and Tamson was dealing with Samherji. Because Tamson had an agreement with Samherji that was in place, he was doing work for Samherji.
And I recall yesterday quite a number of emails were pointed out as having been sent to you.
To me, or being copied.
Yes, being
Yes, yes.
copied. In other words,
That's correct.
it's addressed
That's correct, my lord.
to you so that you take note of what is happening.
Yes, between Samherji.
Yes.
Whatever they sent.
Yes.
I'm always on Samherji's side, my lord.
Yes.
Yes, correct.
And all that I'm trying to find out is whether after those emails were sent and you having been questioned, because as I understand the state's case, that links you to the Namgoma case, because there are documents that show that you were being copied or you are indicated as one of the members on the Namibian side for Namgoma,
Yeah,
as an example.
Yeah, like on that document, like what I
Yes.
said, my lord, I also don't understand why am I being copied. Like, why do they say Namgoma Namibian side? If you look at the time that
Yes,
Yes.
that you said,
it did not
but
exist,
that you said,
and Mr. Gustavo confirmed it, who was the director of Namgoma, when he was asked, was Tamson involved?
just pay attention
Okay,
to
sorry,
what
my lord.
I'm trying to address.
Okay, sorry, my lord.
That has been your evidence.
Correct, my lord.
It is on record. A lot has happened. There have been explanations before the courts, either by your co-accused when they were bringing their bail
That's
applications.
correct, my lord.
Would you say that there's an explanation regarding the majority of those emails, why they were copied to you? Because it's not only one.
What do you mean an explanation, like an email?
No, evidence before court, where an individual that would have copied you in the email would have explained or placed evidence to say, Mr. Hatuikulipi was only copied for these reasons. Because the state are saying you were copied because you are part of the case.
Yes, that's what they are saying.
Yes. So I'm inquiring if there is any explanation as to why you were copied in the emails.
Specific that why was Mr. Hatuikulipi copied?
Yes.
No, there's only the one that I brought before court, my lord. None
Okay.
of Mr. Gustavo.
All right.
Yes, my lord.
And on the Fishco matter, in total, how much was the loan amount between you and Mr. James Hatuikulipi?
The rest, the loan between Fishco now. You say Fishco
Any money that would have been paid from these entities on the Fishco part of the case, or the amounts that you refer to as loans between you and Mr. Hatuikulipi, in total, how much?
from Mr. Hatuikulipi, the money that comes from Fishco DHC,
Yes,
is the one that I borrowed from him, that I
Yes.
paid back is the 2 million.
it's the 2
The
million.
rest is now there.
Okay.
A loan repayment, my lord.
And there is evidence that you received further amounts from other entities on the fiscal case, which I understand Mr. Ipinge saying is around 22 million.
The one for Jaco that he's talking about?
Yes, inclusive of, I think the loan amounts, but any amount of money that you would have received on the entities on the fiscal case amounts, as Mr. Ipinge is putting it, to 22 million. I just want to understand what is your explanation about whether you simply say, because it's one thing to say the Deloitte report is not accurate in a number of respects.
Correct.
And another thing if amounts are being paid.
Correct, my lord.
So I don't know whether you are only explaining the loans and you choose not to say anything about the rest of the payments.
No. I received the pay. I did not say I did not choose.
Yes.
Because Fishco, when I was asked, is the money from DHC and CELAX.
Yes.
Yeah, I was never asked about the money from Jaco or whatever. That's why I've now explained the loan from DHC ever since my first bail application at the magistrate court. And I've indicated them that some of the money that came from CELAX, those are loan repayment, and some is the money that I borrowed from James. So the one from Jaco, sorry.
That's why I'm breaking it down to say, if he says, for instance, on the fiscal part of the case, you received about 22 million, and you are only explaining to say 2 million was loans between myself and Mr. James Hatuikulipi. Are you saying anything about the rest of the amount? Because I understand your evidence to simply say, well, I'm not going to comment because I was not contacted by Deloitte.
Okay, the one from Jaco was also loan repayment, my lord.
Jaco is how much?
I think it's 2 million, my lord. It's 2 million, my lord.
Okay.
My memory serves me well. I think it's 2 million.
Okay.
Or 2 point something.
And what about the rest?
Wanakadu, those were for hiring of trucks. He was hiring trucks from me, and he was also buying fish from me, my lord. So Wanakadu's money is now also mixed, my lord, and he also testified to that.
And there were no documents presented in that regard?
Yeah,
other than the loan amounts in between yourself and Mr. Hatuikulipi?
There is no, sorry?
Other than the
one for Wanakadu, I received a document, but I only received it late, my lord. I only received it late. But I think I have it here, my lord. I think it's with me here.
So that you understand well.
Yes.
What I'm inquiring from you. It seems to me that the state are saying any amount you received from the entities in respect of the fiscal case was money that you were not entitled to. And how I understand you explaining before this court would have been to only explain as far as the loan amounts between yourself and Mr. James Hatuikulipi is concerned, and then you are not giving any explanation about the other amounts. That's the only thing that I'm trying to establish, whether that is the case or that's how you are dealing with your case.
No, my lord. Yes. The problem I was not... that's why I brought the other document 96 that Mr. Ipinge is talking about.
96 is...
96.
The payment from Jaco.
From Jaco.
Yes.
Yes. So is this one?
The one that you admitted that is not new. It's not a new fact.
Yeah, I also just got it. I only got it also recently last year, my lord.
But you say it was loan. It was a loan amount.
Yeah, paid back. So Mr. Jaco should before you explain that, my lord.
So when you say that you are not going to comment about the Deloitte report, obviously I understand you to say, one, because you were not contacted when it was drafted.
That's correct.
And you also say that there are inaccuracies in the report.
That's correct, my lord.
But the report also deals with the payments, any payment that would have been made from one entity to another entity.
Yes, that's correct, my lord.
Yes. I don't know whether you are saying that those amounts or the payments are also inaccurate.
No, I cannot confirm whether it's the exact amount, my lord.
You cannot confirm.
I cannot confirm. That's why I cannot comment on that, my lord.
Okay.
Yes, my lord.
All right.
Yeah. So the one for Jaco, my lord, there was now this one. There was a 1.5 million that was paid on the 26th of May, 2017. So it says land hire, 1.5. I got this one also just late, my lord.
You did not present it in this process.
No, I just, because I always ask my accountant to look because they said the emails are, you cannot find some of them. The things are mixed up with other things. So I got that one also, my lord. And it confirmed what also Mr. Wanakadu said, that he hired the trucks from me and all those things. So there is one here. I only got it recently, my lord. And I think there was... The other one was on 4th of April 2017 also, my lord. It was a payment of 1 million, my lord. It also said plant hire, my lord.
Thank you, Mr. Hatuikulipi. Ms. Taiping, anything arising?
Just on the issue of saying that Gustavo explained, at page 322 of the record of the previous bail application.
My previous.
Yes.
322. Just a second. Don't have it here.
Okay. But I will read it to you because this was establishing on how Ricardo Gustavo knows you.
Okay.
The questions went like this. It is all right. What about Mr. Tamson Hatuikulipi? And then his answer, also someone that I know. Since when? Well, I have known him as James' cousin. Since when? My lord, let my computer just run a little bit. I have known him as James' cousin probably also since the late 1990s and early 2000s. Were you friends with him as well? No, our relationship only kicked off very well. We have known each other, obviously, but our friendship only, or our association that we started to know each other, sort of talk, get to know who we really are, is now in prison. So, this is coming from Ricardo's bail application. He says, your association for him to really start to get to know who you really are was in prison, in other words, after your arrest, correct?
Yeah, that's what you say.
In his bail application.
Correct.
He does not say he knew you from Samherji at this portion of his bail proceedings. He doesn't say he knew you as a consultant of Samherji. He doesn't say that.
But can I refer you to the page where he says it?
At this page 179, which I have referred to, he doesn't say that. Is that correct?
Yeah,
or
he does not say this.
he does
My
not
lord,
say
but
that?
can
Can
he
I
be
also
allowed to, the applicant be allowed to answer?
No, the witness have said he doesn't say that at this page. And that is what I was
said-
dealing with.
No, you said, I did also not say, Samherji said in regard, what was your question again? Sorry?
At this page, which I have just read to you, Ricardo Gustavo does not say that he knew you as Samherji's consultant. He simply says he knew you as James' cousin, and he only really got to know who you are in prison.
Yeah, that's what he's saying there.
And that is in his bail application under oath.
Okay, that's correct. That's what he said.
That is all, my lord.
Applicant has not finished answering, my lord. My learned colleague wants to cut him, and that's why I said he was still answering
Well,
on the same issue.
that's fine, Mr. Siomunji. It's not Mr. Ipinge who is cutting him. It's up to him. If he answers the question, he can then proceed to say, but I can refer you to one document where Gustavo says the following. So Mr. Ipinge is not cutting him. It's up to the witness to give his entire piece of evidence on the issue.
My lord, that is what he was about to do, but Mr. Ipingo was saying, no, that is all. That is not what I'm asking. That is the cutting, my lord, that I was referring to.
No, on that part, it's just that Mr. Hatuikulipi had not answered this first question. He simply wanted to say, but I can refer you to what he said elsewhere, without answering this question regarding this excerpt of the record to say
Indeed so,
whether
my lord.
indeed that's what he had said. But he's at liberty, and I'm going to allow him. I'm going to allow him
be
yes, to
allowed to answer
do that.
I'll just refer to the page. Let me just get.
Yes.
Thank you, Mala. Page 225, my lord,
Yes. Of?
of Mr. Ricardo's bail application, the transcript.
The same as from where Mr. Ipinge quoted.
Yeah, the one for the previous, his last bail application,
Repeat again, page?
225.
Yes.
So it's now Mr. Lutumbezi asking, all right, now after you had written this letter on the 18th of December 2015, were you still having any other dealing with Mr. Sakil Shangala, James Hatuikulipi, and the co-accused person? Then he asked, dealing in what sense, counsel? Business dealing with regards to Namgoma Peshka. Then Mr. Gustavo, after penning this letter, my lord, I've said that the relationship will be intertwined anyway. James Hatuikulipi was involved as an advisor of Namgoma Peshka, so at least the principal of Namgoma Peshka, Joao. Tamson Hatuikulipi was involved with advising Samherji.
Mr. Siomunji, is there anything arising?
May it please the court. My lord, now that that has been cleared up, and I believe the court has no other questions for the applicant.
Yes, I'll leave it at that.
Yes. May it please the court. We have no other witnesses to call for the applicant, and thus we close this case.
Thank you.
May it please the court.
Mr. Hatuikulipi, thank you. You may
Thank you, my lord.
step down. Mr. Ipinge?
Yes, my lord, if we can be granted these 2 hours of the morning to consult with our only witness, we are confident to lead him at least by 2 o'clock, and then to see how far we get. We hope to finish by 4 o'clock, leading his evidence.
Today.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Mr. Siomunji?
Please the court. Your Lordship, we believe it's not an unnecessary request. It's their case, so we have no objection to that.
We'll then adjourn now and proceed at 2:15.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Court
Please the court.
adjourns.
Rise.